Okay, so hey, we are today. I'm going to teach you how to and hopefully make you feel super, super confident inviting to coaching when our team actually does not have an info session on the calendar that you can invite to right now. Because ideally, we're inviting to coaching every day or at least a few times a week because we want a constant, I guess, inbox full or a couple messages in our inbox of people who are kind of thinking about coaching or talking about it, and you're going back and forth with them. And so it's easy to invite to coaching when we have an info session or webinar scheduled. But I want you to also know that you don't have to have one to invite to coaching every single day of the week. So you are going to get some great info on this team, on this call right here. Okay, this training. So what I have pulled up is the team page, the Fit Fighter Nation Facebook team page. I want to direct you to the guides. Okay, in the guide section, now I just added this, so you will see this as guide number 2 right now, or guide number 3 here in a second. But we do have what is coaching info session resources. And so that's when we do have an info session, that's where you can find all the resources you need to talk about coaching. But I just added one more that I'm going to direct you guys to right now. Again, it's at the end right now, but I'm going to move it to B number, wait, where did it go? Hold on. Where is it? I just added it. Okay, hold please, hold please. Okay, I'll find it here in a second. Darn it. Okay, where did it go? Do you see it and I'm not seeing it? So I just created a guide that's called Inviting to Coaching When We Have No Info Session. Okay, it's there. All right, I promise. And so what you have so far in that section will be this, okay? And this is a Google Doc that says Inviting to Coaching to watch the webinar. What we're doing right now is we are going to be sharing coaching consistently, and we're going to be inviting to coaching, but to watch a webinar. Okay, no, that is spam coming through. To watch a webinar. All right, let me get my head in the right place here in a second. All right, that interruptions and things not showing up where they're supposed to be. Okay, and so I'm going to walk you through this today. And this is the how, okay? And that's, I think a lot of times when we're talking about like inviting to our teams confidently, you're like, Erin, tell me what to do. Tell me what to say. Give me your magical invitation. And to be honest, it has nothing to do with the words we use. It has nothing to do with the words we use. It has everything to do with why and how and the energy behind it. If you actually take a second to just prep your mindset, all right, to take a hot second to prep your mindset and remind yourself that inviting people to join your team or to learn more about being on your team has actually nothing to do with you. Okay, yes, adding someone to your team could help you rank advance, could help you save an emerald on your team, it could help you earn more income and get a higher team cycle bonus. Absolutely. It can help you hit Success Club, right? It could help you reach some goals that you have in your business. But when we come at inviting people just to check off a box or just to reach a goal, honestly, that comes across whether you know it or not. And so if you remove all of your own personal agendas, and if you remove everything that this could do to benefit you, and you actually just think about signing her up right now, how it could benefit her, okay, and not how it can benefit you, you will always come to a recruiting conversation or a coach invite or a coach post or a coach story, and you will be able to do it with confidence. And so when we invite people to join us, we're inviting people to actually learn more. And so I want to kind of go ahead, if you haven't made this flip in your scripts yet, and in what you say to people, when we reach out and send invites, I actually never say, do you want to join me? I want to know if you want to join me. I never say that. I probably did, and it doesn't work, okay? But what I'm doing is I'm inviting people to learn more. And that's always what we want to do with any kind of invitation, an invitation to learn more. And so thankfully we do have info sessions, but we also have recorded ones. Right now, okay, when I'm recording this, when you guys are on here live, it's spring break time. It's Success Club trip time. All right. People are traveling and they're in and out of town, and there's just a lot of things going on in their lives. And so we want to meet people, but we also want to meet our leaders where they are. And we all have boundaries around our time, and we are allowed to go on vacation. But we want you to know that you don't have to wait on us to talk about coaching or host an info session for you to be able to share it every single day of the week. And so if you have this mindset of, I don't need to wait on my coach to host something, and if you have this mindset, like, I need to share this with as many people as I can because it actually has nothing to do with me, but it has everything to do with her. And all I'm doing is asking her if she wants more info, if she'd want to learn about this. I'm not signing someone up right now. But we kind of hold ourselves back because we're like, what do I say when she says yes? Well, praise be, we have recorded webinars. Okay. And so the purpose of going through this flow that I've created for you is to be able to share a recording to a webinar that we thought was really awesome that can walk everyone through what coaching is. All right. Now, if you want to use a different video or you've seen something else, a different third-party tool, you can insert that instead of the webinar I've included. But this flow walks you through everything. And so now that you're kind of in the right mindset and you know that, like, I can share this every day because it's not about me, it's about this opportunity blessing someone else's life, I want you to get really clear. So, like, we actually, before we do any sort of work, we have to get our mind in the right place every single time. And so before you share coaching on your stories or in a post, or before you invite anyone or reach out to anyone, I would highly recommend that you make a physical list or a mental list if you want to, but a physical list is great, of all the ways that coaching can impact your ideal client. And you guys that are on the call here live, if you want to drop some of those in the chat box, that would be awesome, because that would give everybody who's rocking the replay some ideas. So what are ways that being a coach, okay, that being on our team, that being on your team can positively impact your ideal client? So thinking about your ideal client, think about not just someone who's on your dream list, okay? Like somebody who's like, oh, I'd love for them to be a coach, not just her, but like maybe think about someone who's already on your team that's like a dream coach on your team right now. How is coaching impacting her? Or think about someone that's just on our team, on our downline, that you're like, I would love to have someone like you on my team. You are amazing, right? How has coaching impacted her? Okay. And so if you get really clear on how it can impact someone else, just like how we're sharing 4-week gut protocol right now, like we know this can change so many lives. So we're just confidently like inviting as many people as we possibly can, because there's no way this isn't going to help someone. Okay. Same thing with being a coach and being on our team. Like there's no way that this cannot positively impact someone. But there's some really specific ways that it can impact people. So like make a list of what those would be. Okay, so I'm seeing in the chat box right now, Stephanie said, thank you, Stephanie, for dropping this. Having a community, huge, okay? Supporting them, financial impacts, extra accountability. Okay, so think about your ideal client, the people that are in your challenge groups right now, the people that you know on social media, the people that you know in real life. How could they benefit from this community? How could they benefit from having this extra level of accountability? How could they benefit from making, oh my gosh, you guys, I was talking to a coach this morning and she was telling me like financially, she's making about $300 a week as a coach. Okay. She's been a coach for a year. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income. You have to work hard on it. Right. Okay. But how could $300 a week, okay, on top of your salary, your job, or whatever income is coming into your family, whoa, that could really financially impact someone in a super positive way. Like this is a huge financial opportunity for people. We can't look at someone and be like, they're going to rock this. They're going to rock this. We just have to say, this is an opportunity and you could rock this. Do you want to learn more? Right? We've got to put that on the table. I know $300 a week could actually, change someone's life in a huge way. It's incredible. So we're clear, mind's in the right place, right? We're clear on how this could help her, help them. Okay. And so what that does is it helps us answer these two questions. Okay. Because sometimes we're like, I got to invite to coaching. Nope, not going to do that. Like, what are they going to think? No, we got to stop that and know that there's those steps in front of it. Okay. Now we're like, we got this. I'm going to invite everybody I know today. All right. Why not just put the ball in their court and see if they want to learn more? I just signed up a coach. Her name is Sue. And I had no idea that she would ever consider coaching until I asked her. She signed up. She's already enrolled 2 people to do this with her. Right. Like I didn't know until I just said, you want to check it out. She watched a webinar recording. So I was like, everybody needs to know about this. This is working. Okay. This works, you guys. So how do I need to be thinking when I share coaching, invite her in, or write a post? What do I need to be thinking? I need to be thinking about her, right? I need to be thinking about how this can benefit her. How do I want to be feeling when I share coaching or invite her in or write the post? What do I want to be? How do I want to be feeling? Empowered, calm, confident, right? I mean, seriously, like, this could help her, right? Like just feeling so positive with the opportunity, right? Trust, right? Trusting yourself, trusting this business, this opportunity. And so I want you to kind of think about that, because when it's time for me to talk about coaching, when it's time for me to write a post, when it's time for me to reach out to someone, absolutely the negative comes in, the doubt comes in, the fear comes in. But now I have the tools that I'm teaching you to combat that. So honestly, the rest of what I share with you is some ideas on how you could do this. But I feel like whatever you say and whatever you share does not matter at all. The words you use doesn't matter, as long as you know what's up here, your mindset and your thoughts about why you're inviting her in the first place, why you're sharing this in the first place, and feeling confident and awesome and really empowered about it. It really doesn't matter. Like, you guys probably have way better words than me. And what I am going to share with you, you guys tweak this and always make it your own. Okay. So the first thing we want to make sure that we're doing is that we want to make sure that our audience, so the people that follow us on social media, but also our audience within our challenge group, we want to make sure that they know exactly that they could be a coach too. Because I feel like if I were to just reach out to somebody that's a friend of mine on social media and I've never talked about coaching consistently, or I haven't posted about it or shared my journey at all, my invite to them is going to come out of a weird place, right? They're going to be like, what are you talking about, Erin? I had no idea that you were a coach and you want me to be on your team and build a business with you when you don't even talk about it. And so you do want to prep your audience and your challenge group. Your challengers do not know that they can do this with you until you invite them. You might assume that they're like, oh, Stephanie's my coach or Marie's my coach, so they know, right? No, they don't know that. Number one, they could do this, and they don't know, number two, that you want them to do this with you. They have no idea, no clue. All right. All they know is that you are their guide on this journey, and they do not know they can do this with you. They need an invitation from you. They're not going to be like, hey, I love my Shakeology, and I have a lot of people that I think would benefit from this. Will you teach me? Can I be a coach? That's not going to happen. You will have to invite your best people. Okay. You will have to invite them. So we want to prep them and always create momentum in this arena. Okay. And so you want to prep your audience on social media and also in your challenge group. So I have some recommendations for you that you can go back to. I'm not going to read all of this right here because this is actually on our team page. Okay. So 2 times a month, I'm just recommending this. You definitely want to make sure in the challenge groups that you're running that you talk about coaching, either in a post or do a video. And I've got some ideas about sharing from the heart, because if you just pop in your group and you're like, you guys, you've got to know that you can do this with me, and here's why, and here's how, who here would like more information? That's all you have to do in your challenge group. Next is 2 to 3 times a week. You are on your stories, hands-free, talking, okay, and sharing coaching. All right. And you don't have to be like, hi, everybody, I'm a coach. You can be one too, but I've got some ideas for you where you can just jump on and be like, oh my gosh, I love my accountability group. Being a coach holds me accountable, and I'm so happy I'm a coach, right? You could also share a huge win from coaching. Maybe you enrolled a teammate, maybe somebody in your team helped someone, maybe you made $50 this week and you were able to take your family out for dinner, okay, or you just your husband, okay, with no cocktails, because I think dinner out is kind of expensive, but you know what I'm saying. You could talk to people about your dreams, like, you guys, this is why I'm a coach, okay, I have these dreams for our family. This is why I started coaching in the first place, but here's why I'm doing it now, why I'm still doing it today. That stuff, it resonates. People may not interact with it, but it helps plant a seed. So when you do invite them and reach out to them, they understand where you're coming from. Okay. Also, once a week, you definitely want to post a coaching call to action post. And I did include 2 examples of great call to action posts. So you could go back and see one from my friend Carolyn and one idea that I did just in the last week. So you can get an idea, but I've also given you an example template to follow so that you could write your own coaching post if you needed to. All right. Now, what I've got next here are some of your scripts. Okay, again, it's not important what you say, it's important where your mindset is. Okay, it's not important what words you're using. These are just examples. Always make it your own. And I would encourage you, if you feel comfortable, maybe instead of writing these or like copy pasting them, but do it as a voice memo to somebody, because it's going to come across in a great way. Now, I first love to do this. I love to connect with people that watch me talk about coaching in my stories, or like a coaching post that I've made. And I'm not inviting them at this point. I'm just making a touch point. I'm connecting. And I'm just like, hey, thanks so much. It's really hard to put yourself out there but how can I not share this, And usually that provokes a response like, wow, Erin, like, it's so cool what you've done, or you're so inspiring, or I wish I could do what you're doing. And you've got a great conversation started to invite them in very authentically. So if we are consistently sharing about coaching in our stories and paying attention to who's watching, and we're also posting about coaching once a week, making that connection message a consistent message that you're doing, it opens up so many doors and conversations. Okay. So that momentum is huge. But I also have lots of different coach invites that you could potentially use as well. Okay. So there's inviting people who like your posts, people who watch your stories, people who are rocking your challenge group. There's a new coach nervous invite. So if you are a brand new coach and you're wanting to sign up your first 2 coaches, this is what you could say, like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about doing this. I'm so nervous. I'd love for you to do this with me kind of post. Okay. That works really well. And I know I did that a long time when I was a new coach, because it was the truth. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know it's a blast and I think you should do it with me. And it opens up the door to a lot of conversations. Now, what I do want to direct your attention to is the actual call to action part of the script. And I would like for you to at least include something like this. And it's, can I share more info with you? My team recorded a webinar. I would love for you to check it out. Can I send it your way? It's so like chill, right? It's super, super chill. And so that's what the call to action is for every one of these. Now, I do have some scripts that show you how I get personal though with people. So if I am going to invite Sue from my challenge group, who's been crushing it and getting great results, I'm not going to send her something as generic. I'm going to send her something really specific and be like, Sue, like, you are doing amazing. Like, I really think you'd be great at this. You're this, this, and this. And I would get personal and tell her all the things about her that are really aligning with being a coach, and invite her to check out the webinar. Honestly, I'd probably be like, you want to jump on a Zoom and just talk about it? Okay, honestly. And if she's not free, then I might be like, you want to watch a webinar? Okay. Then I also have what to say next when they're like, sure, I'll check it out. That's fine. And they'll probably like, I don't have enough time for that, but sure, I'll check out the webinar. Okay. But hey, they said yes to the webinar. All right. So then I've got the message for what you send next. And notice what I'm asking though. Okay. I think this is key. Okay. So I'm sending them the webinar link, and then I'm saying, can you check it out today or tomorrow? I'm not saying watch it when you have time. Can you check it out today or tomorrow? And then also totally curious, what is it about coaching you are excited to learn more about? Because that is going to help open up, right? Like a little bit more about what they're thinking. Well, I notice you make extra money. Like, that'd be super cool. Or, right? Like, you're going to hear more about what might be motivating them or what they need, what maybe a pain point is for them in their life right now. And then I have a message 1 to 2 days later, whether they watched it or not, right? And then also the last thing is if she's in, like she watched the webinar and she's like, wow, like Marie or Stephanie, Erin, this sounds really great. I think I could totally like this, or I think I would love to learn even more about this. Can you answer my questions? Or I'd love to know what getting started looks like. I had someone say that to me 2 days ago. This sounds great, Erin. She watched the webinar. What does getting started look like? And you're like, I don't know how to answer this. That's when you reach out to your coach and let your coach mentor you on the next best steps for this ideal client, this ideal teammate. And what is totally possible is to request a 3-way recruiting call. Like if you're like, I just don't know what I'm doing here, and I need to watch you talk through this. I need to understand this a little bit more. If you don't really feel like you've got that confidence in yourself yet, there's so many people on our team, myself, other leaders on this team that you guys might be a part of that could totally help you, either mentor you through the next steps, or also jump on a Zoom it's a 3-way Zoom and you guys are just chatting about it there and get your new coach enrolled just like that. So hopefully this helps. Again, this is going to be on the team page under the guides. There will be a guide that gives you guys resources. This recording will be there about inviting to coaching when there's no info session and we're sharing a webinar link instead. Okay, so you've got all those different options for recording or inviting to coaching. All right, you guys, thanks so much. I'm going to stop the recording.